way, man. You can do whatever it is you want to do, man. Whatever it is you want to do. As long as you stay humble and hungry, right? Stay humble and hungry.
Yeah, right.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. 4 years, man. 4 years in the making right here, baby. 4 years in the making, man. Yeah. Bring someone up here and started all this, man, years ago. Started all this by believing in the Buffalo Bills and keeping the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
And giving me my first opportunity as a head coach, Terry Pagula.
We did something that nobody's done in a very long time. Understand what's at stake, though. Understand what there is out there more for us. This hat's fine and dandy. This hat and shirt's fine and dandy. But I'm the one that says Super Bowl champs. Enjoy this. Enjoy the flight. Let's move on tomorrow. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Montel Jordan said it in his big hit in 1995. This is how we do it. Welcome to the brand new Red, White, and Buffalo Blues AFC East Champion podcast. This is Matt, Alex, talking UK Bills, talking AFC East 2020 champions with a UK twist. And Alex, how excited have you been? Have you managed to sleep at all?
No, because last night I was up chasing fantasy football games, so I was up late last night too. But I mean, Saturday I was up watching the Packers game too because I had Devontae Adams going and I was playing against Aaron Jones. But yeah, the theme of fantasy football has been, you went all in on the Bills in my league. You had Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Bills D. You're going to the fantasy football finals. And in my other league where I am in the playoffs, I played against Josh Allen. So it's been crazy. But I mean, I told in that group chat, I said, I'll gladly take this L because Josh Allen had, just another one of those games. I mean, honestly, looking at the notes for this podcast, you could just play a highlight reel of all of our other recap shows. It was Allen is magic. Diggs is amazing. Beasley is sneaky good.
Refs are still shit.
Allen, yeah, exactly. Allen's growth is amazing. Defense is getting better and better, and the refs are complete shit. So I mean, honestly, I think what we're gonna do here today is talk about the game a wee little bit. What we want to do is celebrate this division win, and a part of this in the back of my mind has always been, how do other teams celebrate a division win? Because literally every other team, I think, has won their division since 1995, other than us. How do Patriots?
Done it yet?
I mean, I bet you the Browns haven't. Yeah, but I mean, like, so many other teams have won their division since 1995. Like, how do the Patriots celebrate a division win? They don't, right?
No.
No,
they don't.
So
I think
I love this. This is fantastic. This absolutely is ushering in a new era of Bills football. I want to temper my expectations a little bit because, I mean, over the last 20 or so odd years, it's been, get to a playoffs and we're celebrating like we won the Super Bowl. Now it's win the division. We're celebrating like we won the Super Bowl. But honestly, we're at a place now where this team is so good that, like, just like the T-shirt says, one not done.
Exactly. I think that's they come up with some really good little slogans, and these are actually come to true. Trust the process.
Yeah.
Find a way.
Oh, they have a good marketing team. I would love to work with them and go back home.
One not done. That's exactly. I mean, even Josh Allen came out the same day or a day later saying it's all well and good having hats and shirts, but that doesn't mean shit until you actually take home the big one, and that's what they're looking to do
Yeah.
this year, not next 3 years or anything like that.
Mhm.
They're all in. This one, the AFC East won. Fair enough. We'll celebrate. We'll always celebrate. That's fine. We're fans. We're passionate. This is the first time something like this has actually happened forever. So they will allow the fans to get excited, happy,
Oh yeah.
not wear masks, or some people not wearing masks down at the airport when the Bills
It
actually
seemed
came
like
back
most
in.
people were wearing masks. So luckily that, because I know Erie County has been hit pretty hard lately. You want to talk
Yeah.
10 seconds about COVID? We're all screwed here.
Yep.
Food's not
Yeah.
coming in, goods aren't going out. A new strain of coronavirus here. Tier 4 lockdowns. I don't know. What tier are you in?
Ooh.
2? Okay. I'm also in tier 2, but I'm surrounded by a bunch of tier 4s. So it's just a matter of time. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not being that guy who says celebrating is stupid until you win a
Oh
championship.
yeah.
It's
No,
really
exactly.
important to acknowledge your accomplishments and enjoy them. Because if you're not
Yeah.
having fun, then what's the point? Because they do play,
I
it's just
think
a game after all.
yeah, I do think that I think they are all, you can see by the reactions of the players and all that that they are celebrating the accomplishment on there, but they're doing it more and toned down because they know that there's still a prize there
There's still
to
work
be
to do.
focused
Yeah,
on. So
absolutely. Yeah.
they're still celebrating in their own ways. Are probably celebrating at training tonight, today.
I mean, what they've
Um,
done, what they've been able to accomplish is really important. I mean, this Bills team will go down in history as, like, I mean, the McDermott Bean era is going to go down as, the curse breakers in a sense. I mean,
mm,
we haven't had a curse like, the Red Sox or the Cubs did or anything like that. But no, it's just, it's good to see them celebrate in moderation because they know that they are capable of doing more. And I think that's one of the most important things. You see teams who accomplish a small victory and they're like, this is great. And that's like the end of the
mm.
sentence. But every time the Bills talk about celebrating this division win, it's always with a comma saying more is coming. And I believe it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that is what makes this team good. That they are grounded.
Special.
They're not going to get on their high horse and actually just go, oh yes, we won. Let's take a foot off it. They're focused. McDermott, Bean, they're going and the coaching staff. They're going to have them focused. They're going to have them channeled
Yeah.
where they want to do. And let's say is the end of the day, they all start sporting the t-shirts. One not done, so they are, let's say, going to celebrate, but they are focused and they know that the job's only a third done. Yeah, third.
I
Yeah,
think focus is the
two
really
thirds
key
is the
word here.
championship.
No,
Yeah,
the maths in your head. Focus is a really key word here because oh shit, I lost my train of thought because you had to do math and I started doing math and then I had this idea about focus. Um, shit. Anyway,
that's a lesson for you kids.
yeah.
Focus. Don't get distracted.
Don't get distracted. Yeah. Let's talk about the game and maybe it'll come back to me. Real quick on
Yeah.
the defense. I mean, on the game. Just a few quick hits, honestly. I mean, we have a game where Josh is great against a top 10 pass defense.
6-0 against top 10 pass defense this season.
Whew. I mean, look at every week he does something that's like
Yeah.
holy shit. The analysis of the defense. So two things that I watched over this weekend was you see how Josh is able to break down a defense, know how to trick a safety with his eyes. That touchdown to Jake Cumrow, beautiful. Where Diggs did his part, he kept the safety to the outside, and then Allen's eyes kept the safety to the other side, and Cumrow
Yeah.
right down the middle. Watching Jalen Hurts last night in their 2-minute offense, he's going up there with 3 seconds left on the play. He's breaking the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. No time to analyze the defense. He's just, chucking the ball. And he had an amazing game. Mostly I talk about Jalen Hurts because I had him on my fantasy team as my QB2. But just seeing how important it is a quarterback to know what he's looking at, and Allen has a good idea of what to expect when he snaps the ball, and that's just so important. We're talking about his progression. He fixed the technical side of his game, and this year it's just his ability to use his mind now. It's just we have a quarterback. I'm going to say it every week. I don't care that I'm repeating myself. Oh my God, this is amazing.
I mean,
Never thought it
at
would
the
happen.
moment, the season stats as of the end of that game was 351 for 511. That's 68.7%. Dot on 4,000 passing yards, 388 rushing yards, 30 pass touchdowns, 8 rush touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 104.2 passer rating.
Yeah.
That's your quarterback. That's the guy that's actually 6-0 against top 10 defenses. Okay, we're going to have a little bit easy next week, but we're not going to come on to that today.
Defense can still play. I mean, they lost Gilmore, but focus. I remember. How many times do you see a team or a player when they're close to an accomplishment blow it?
Yeah.
I know, I'm a big baseball fan. When a player is so close to a certain statistical milestone, like breaking a home run record, snapping a team record, beating his career record, he goes into a slump. How many times do NFL pundits talk about trap games and, they're riding so high and, look at the Rams. They lose to the Jets. That was a trap game for the Rams. Their players, their coaches weren't prepared for that game. They overlooked the Jets. We have a coaching staff. We have players that I truly believe will be ready for every single game. This was an opportunity for the moment to be too big for this young team. And they were able to completely, utterly crush it. They smashed it. I mean, this game, even when it was 21-14, never felt close. I'll
ask you this. I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
When they actually got it to 21-14, did you actually have a heart in your mouth moment thinking, shit, they're going to actually this is not going to end well or anything like that?
Not at all. No? There was someone who posted that on Twitter, and I responded with a GIF of not scared. Because the Broncos got 2 really lucky touchdowns. I'll take responsibility for the Andre Roberts muffed punt. I put too much pressure on him pregame with my hot take that we were going to score a special teams touchdown. So that's my fault. Apologies. And then they got lucky with bad calls, really suspect penalties on us, and a moment where the clock should have kept running, but they stopped it. So they got a touchdown off that. I mean, they scored their only 2 touchdowns on really short fields. So, no, they scored 3 touchdowns, right? 1 garbage time touchdown. So, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So, their 2 competitive touchdowns were short fields and whatever. But, I mean, look at what our defense did to them. 5 completions to wide receivers all game long. I mean, that's fantastic.
And that's with an injury.
Drew Lock decimated Carolina last week, and this week he looked like, he was back in his rookie underwear. He played like crap. I mean, he was.
I think it's wrong. I think it was wrong for him to actually say, "Oh, if Trey White's there, I'm still going to be calling his number and targeting him." That ain't gonna happen.
Drew Trey Lock White may have had that very suspicious swagger where the dude acts like he's got cantaloupes, but he's not that good. I mean, we talked in the pregame. Worst completion percentage in the NFL. Horrible bad throw percentage. Top 3 bad throw percentage. And, I watching highlights of his game last week where he had the swag. Have fun, young man, but just be humble and know that you had a challenge this week and you did not bring your A game. You blew it, kid. So, eat this slice of humble pie and just respect the better team here.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that I think most people probably didn't recognize or they didn't see too much was a very underrated play by Reggie Gillam with the two blocks
Absolutely.
on that Josh Allen run. I mean, it was obviously the first one. He pretty much knocked him backwards. He's probably spiraling into he's probably gone back in time right now with it. And then just to get up straight away and block that second one, I think that just shows how committed this team is and how this team actually are all in for the win.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting contributions from bit players almost every week. Gillam with the blocks on the Allen run touchdown. You had Cumro with the great catch to score that touchdown. Last week we had the Taron Johnson. This week, honestly, should have had 4 interceptions. So a little bit of case for boxies there on the by the DBs. But I mean, you had Jerry Hughes out there looking like a punt returner on that touchdown. That was amazing.
When he scooped that up and started running, were you going, "Run, Jerry, run, run, Jerry, run," like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, for a minute I was like, just go down, just go down, just go down, because defensive players not best with ball control, and Hughes was running around there with like Shady, ball in one hand, just flailing it around. So, I mean, even if he, whatever, I'm not going to harp on that. We're having fun, and these guys have confidence, and that's the most important thing in football.
And so what makes the win even more is, I mean, we had 21 points taken back from flags, so that win could have been a lot more. I mean, you had in the second quarter, you had that Singletary run from the fake Statue of Liberty play by Allen ruled out because of a holding call on Botka. The third quarter, Lee Smith had that touchdown, Ryan Bates holding.
Yep.
2 plays later on the same drive, McKenzie went in for 7 yards, illegal formation. 21 points on there just shows how dominant this offense is, or how it has been in that game and under the ball. And there's rightly he's going to have a load of head coaching opportunities on there, but let's hope that I hope he doesn't go.
Right.
I hope he stays, but it just shows that how they've actually worked this offense and how become a really explosive, especially passing offense.
Yeah, no, this is a well-oiled machine where everybody does their job to the best of their abilities. If you want to harp on anything, it's the penalties, like you said. It's been a reoccurring theme. Almost every week, we end up kicking a field goal instead of a touchdown because of red zone penalties. I wasn't able to find the stat, if there is a stat where someone chronicles penalties in the red zone. I would imagine that we're up close to the top of the league in red zone penalties. We've talked all year about penalties. They need to get cleaned up. I think McDermott just knows that nobody, no team, nothing is perfect. And as long as we're winning, he'll accept the penalties. You don't want to see it come back to hurt you in the playoffs. But I think Bills Mafia needs to understand that this is as close to perfection as we've seen in a very long time. You take the good, you take the bad, and there you have the facts of life.
Yeah,
so just take that. But yeah, I mean, that's really all my analysis on the game. That was easy. I mean, this was a team who's poised to go for a run in the playoffs, handle a team that is not going to be in the playoffs. We talk about putting a team away. That Singletary touchdown, hello, we put this team away. We buried them. That was easy. The most convincing win we've had all year, I would say. Just good football. Sound, smart football all around.
I just wanted the one last thing before we move on. I know, I don't know about you, but obviously people were a bit confused when on the broadcast they said that the Bills have tied the league with most different receptions for touchdowns on there. It's actually not 12, it's 13 if you include Allen himself.
Yeah.
So you've got Brown, Moss, Diggs, Gabe Davis, Reggie Gillam, Tyler Croft, Lee Smith, Cole Beasley, TJ Yeldon, Mackenzie, Knox, Kamaru, and Dallin himself.
Yeah.
One more. So if they get, I don't know, who hasn't had a catch yet from that team, Singletary. There we go, get Singletary the ball, and that's pretty much a record. But
Yeah. I want to see a big man touchdown. They tried it
Yeah.
twice, I think, this week. Oh, maybe twice this season. I think they tried it last week and it was covered. This week, Allen was going to go to Inseki, and that was covered as well. That's the one that he ran in from the 5. So the second rushing touchdown. Yeah, I want to see a big man touchdown. I think it'll happen. I believe
Yeah.
it will. So yeah, so 13. That's the most diverse cast of. It's an odd stat. It's an odd stat. 13 players have receiving touchdowns this year. That's the most of any NFL team in NFL history.
Yeah.
That's the stat.
So let's go into it. Let's go into a bit of a history lesson.
Hit me.
I don't know where my history cap is. I don't have any padding on the jacket and all that.
How old were you in 1995?
I was 9.
Yeah.
Same age as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was into back then. I don't know what my favorite song was. I don't know what my favorite movie was.
No, neither do I.
I mean, I'm still watching, Power Rangers and the lot of that. So.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I've never looked back, and I've always listened to 90s stuff. I mean, it was too early for my guilty pleasure in S Club 7. Yes, I was an S Club 7 fan, but it was a bit too early. They were like late 90s.
I think in 95 I was still listening to pop music. So you have what are the radio stations here? You have BBC Radio 1 obviously, but what's the other ones that you have?
Well, so many is unbelievable.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. I only get like 4 radio stations on my car. So BBC Radio 1, 2, I get BBC Radio 1, 2, and 3. And then I think another one is like Kiss or something or some Heart. It's Heart. So you get in Buffalo, it's Kiss 98.5, and that's what I listened to all through primary school. It wasn't until high school where I started listening to rock music and stuff like that. But so yeah, that was me back in 1995. Yes, it's coming back to me. Backstreet Boys, Savage Garden, Hanson, and who was in Spice Girls.
I'm going to tell you this. The last time the Bills won the division, 17th of December, 1995, the number 1 movie at the time and came out that year, what was it?
No, don't have it.
Toy Story.
Oh.
Toy Story 1.
I would have seen Toy Story, yes.
Other films out that year, GoldenEye, Pierce Brosnan one.
The video game was great. Loved the video game for the N64.
Oh, I love the video game. And we discussed this earlier, and you said you're not a big fan of the Pierce Brosnan side.
Pierce Brosnan was a pretty bad Bond. I mean, that was the time where they were just getting into CG. I mean, obviously Jurassic Park was a beautiful CG movie, but other studios just weren't able to do it. Brosnan, Bond, not great. Really, from start to finish, I've only ever seen the new guy Bond movies. What's his face?
Daniel Craig.
I've only ever seen the Daniel Craig Bond movies. So apologies to anybody who's a big James Bond fan. I know he's kind of a big deal over here, but I've not seen any of the Sean Connery Bond films.
Then the next one, the next movie, Apollo 13.
Saw that. That's good stuff.
Batman Forever.
Awful. Love it.
I never really watched that.
No?
But no, I was never. I do watch Batman and that sort of stuff, but I'm not religiously into like Marvel comics and all that.
Okay.
If it's on, I
not
will
like,
watch.
Not like I am. So here, if I were to show you my man cave here, I have a few Batman knickknacks and doodads there. I got some Batman video games and whatnot. So yeah, I'm into the Batman.
Yeah. Bad Boys, the original Bad Boys, that came out in 99.
Will Smith looks
25 years
28.
later, 25 years later, they've released Bad Boys 3.
Yeah.
And the last one, that's well, they had Dangerous Minds come out, Gangster's Paradise, Coolio, the song, big hit
My
in
wife
95.
loves that song in that movie.
And the other one, which was a film that you probably wouldn't believe came out in 95. It goes, they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
And that, of course, is The Passion of the Christ, right? No, that one is Eggheads, right? Nope. Wayne's World, right? No? Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Yeah. No.
I hope you were mucking around with me there.
Of course I was. Yes, obviously. Braveheart. Mel Gibson, everyone's favorite Scottish actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some other. Okay. I'll do this time. I'll do songs. Notable
Okay.
songs from '95. Obviously, "Goldeneye" by Tina Turner for the soundtrack. "Gangster's Paradise" Coolio
Yes.
for Dangerous Minds. "Mr. Bombastic" by Shaggy.
Love that.
Yeah. "Kiss from the Rose" by Seal
That's
for
so
Batman Forever.
good. That was actually a really good soundtrack. One of my favorite artists, the Flaming Lips, was on that as well.
Yeah. "Country House" by Blur.
Yep.
"Common People" by Pulp.
William Shatner covered that song with Ben Folds. Really good. I don't know how many people out there know that William Shatner has like 3 albums, but he does.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oasis and Wonderwall.
I've never heard of that one before.
You've never heard Wonderwall?
Obviously.
You've not heard their album,
Yeah.
What's the Story, Morning Glory?
No, obviously.
Their second debut album came out that year, and is probably their best album ever, in my opinion. TLC Waterfalls,
Glorious.
and probably one that everyone will know. Well, 2 that everyone will know. One of them, Cotton Eye Joe. You know, Cotton Eye Joe.
So bad.
And just like the Buffalo Bill, I'm relating this one to the Buffalo Bills. "Take That, Back for Good."
What?
"Take That, Back for Good." You've never heard of "Take That"? Well, you must have heard of "Take That."
Maybe I have. I don't know. We obviously can't play it because of licensing rights, but I might have to Google that one.
You go away off recording. You go away. You play "Back for Good" by Take That. You'll probably recognize it.
Okay.
Take That with that. You must have known "Take
Is it
That."
a British artist?
Yeah, they were
Maybe
that popular.
maybe we didn't get that over there. I don't know.
They were that popular. Take That.
Yeah.
That when they split, they actually had in '95 as well. The UK charity Samaritans actually set up a helpline for distraught Take That fans.
Oh wow. Okay.
They were that popular. So many people were so upset by it. The Samaritans actually put a goodwill line up for distraught Take That fans.
All right.
They're that popular.
I hope that they're all coping well with that nowadays.
And the last thing I'm going to go for is just a few facts from '95. '95 was the year that Eric Cantona kung fu kicked a Palace fan at the stadium.
Lord.
Yeah. Frank Bruno won the WBC World Heavyweight Championship. Michael Jordan ends retirement and goes back to the NBA.
Yep.
PlayStation 1 was released.
Glorious.
Obviously, Windows 95 was released.
Not so glorious. I mean, nowadays at least.
South Africa won the World Cup, and that was historic because there was at the time the president was Mandela Black. The pretty much most of South African, well, pretty much all of the South African rugby team at the time were white, so that was a historic moment on that.
Yeah,
and the dance craze, the Macarena.
Ugh. Stop. Oh God. Oh God, no, and no, no, so bad. Well,
But no,
I mean,
I mean,
this show now, I mean, obviously we spent 5 minutes talking about the game. This is all about celebrating this division win. We
yeah,
take it back to 95. I mean, it, it's a bit embarrassing, honestly, that it's taken this long. Sure.
mm,
But everything is in its right place, to quote Radiohead. Um,
yeah.
I mean, I, as long
As
as
was it?
as long as we're rocking Bean McDermott Allen, I mean, you look at how long like New Orleans has been good with Peyton and Breeze, and you look at Brady
Bruce.
and Belichick. Uh, you know,
Mm,
we could have 10 years of this.
yeah.
This is the
I
start of something
mean,
special.
they just got to hope that obviously they can get that coordinator in. But again, that'll be an off season topic.
Yeah.
We're getting distracted away from what we should be focusing on. But and that was my fault there. But yeah, we'll have 10 more years of this, so we can have 10 more years of this. It's going to be
Hopefully,
one of
knock on
those.
all the woods, but yeah. I mean,
There we go.
so I put out the call on Facebook and Twitter. I said, UK Bills Mafia, show me how you're celebrating. So we want to share a little bit of that with the rest of you who didn't. We talk all the time on this show. This is a community. We want to grow it as well. And hell, the Bills are doing a hell of a job in raising awareness for Bills Mafia. New
But yet
fans,
they can't follow us or like any of our stuff.
you can't be mad at daddy. So we're hoping that these primetime games are going to bring in new fans to the Mafia.
Yeah,
Right now, UK Bills Mafia is strong and vocal, so we want to share a little bit of this victory and share the celebration with you. So we head to our Facebook post first, and we talk about what Tim Andrew has to say. Feeling a bit weird because that was easy. I'm just not used to it. And I think that's really been the theme that I've carried with on this show. 20
yeah.
years of pain is hard to get rid of. So, I mean, even for next week, I'm like, it's still Belichick. I'm still worried about it. But cooler heads prevail. We're going to handle business. So, yeah, that was easy. This division win was a little bit challenging in the middle of the season. After those two losses, Miami was hot on our tails. That Hail Mary play really hurt. But these guys handled business. And I kind of love the optimism that Tim Andrews bringing. That was easy. And I think that's kind of where we all need to be. It feels weird because we've been shy for so long, and we're just not used to it. But this is something to really enjoy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I'm just scrolling through a few of them on there. Obviously, you've got the photos on there, and it's good to see the pretty much most of them had the ones that actually did post on there actually had their kids up that late as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what you call breeding in the
Yeah.
new fans, and that's what we like to see these new guys coming in. They're coming in at this time, the right time, which is actually which is really good for it.
Yeah. I mean, we see Emma Seals on there. She says our son woke up at midnight instead of battling him back to sleep. He watched the game with us. Very happy to get that division win. So it's great to see families
Yeah,
enjoying it. We got Matthew Connolly on there drinking a bottle of champagne by himself at 1 a.m. Do you, bro?
yeah.
Do you? All right.
Yeah, you got Jamie Christ. My first game, my 4-year-old daughter wanted to stay up and watch it with
Awesome.
me. Couldn't ask for a better performance. Buzzing.
Playing the shout song on repeat. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Christopher Locke, big smiles, elated, bursting with pride. That's what you want to see. It's been real fun. Earl Palmer pimping that jersey. Love to see it.
he's
We got.
actually quite famous. I think he is. Al Palmer.
Is it?
I think so. I'll have to double check. I think he's actually an actor. Hold on, I'm going to try to find something else about him. Carry on.
All right.
Carry
We got Danny Wise. Hopefully not at an airport, but he's smiling wearing his mask.
Yep.
Yeah, move on over to Twitter. Bill's Mafia rocking it on Twitter. A little bit of the theme that we had early in the show, but BP writes that he's not celebrating too heavy. He expected the win, and we got it. He's focusing on the T-shirt, one not done. It's okay to celebrate. We did something that we haven't done in a long time. So I'm never going to discourage someone from having fun, but when someone isn't having enough fun, I want to say, my man, have a little bit of fun with this. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think yeah, everyone's gonna celebrate. I do understand. I do see that obviously BP said it, Mark Downey said it, that it's the first step. Everyone, we should be celebrating it and all that. But it is, as I say, just step one.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
as the weeks go on, hopefully that more and more of that excitement, celebrating will start to come up and up and up until hopefully February the what was it, 7th, 3rd, 7th? I don't know.
I don't have
Where
it
it could
bookmarked yet. We could talk about that maybe after at least one playoff win. But a few of the guys out there thought they were dreaming. We got Steve-O buzzing and groggy. He needs to make sure that he wasn't dreaming. Same thing with Paul Howard. Great
Yeah.
boost at the end of the year.
Yeah.
First division win that he's seen. So, Paul, we got more coming.
I got a good friend, Mr. Thorpe, hungover, can't talk, which for that one actually shocked me.
Yeah.
When we ask for questions all that, he can't stop talking. So I'm glad for the win. I'm glad for the actually seeing of the championship because it's kept him quiet. No, I'm only joking, Dave.
I guess hungover was a theme because Johnny Ricketts says that he was also hungover.
Yeah.
Cheers to Matt Inkster, the Patriots fan, posting well deserved. So thanks for that.
Had a few from other guys. We had Bengals UK say that as well.
Shout out, that was good. Yep.
I mean, the one I'm actually more pleased about is the Josh Rosales one, where he said he's actually headed back. He's headed into Tier 4, can't get back to Western New York, so Christmas is cancelled. Bummed out, but now he's actually feels like he's overcome himself. But obviously, the night actually really brought out more joy for him, and that's the one thing that we really do like to see on that one. That with all this doom and gloomness of the situation, we got stuff like this to get us through.
Yeah, and also cheers to him for rocking the Coles Cup. Coles, famous bar back in Buffalo. I loved going there. Elmwood and Forest, shout out. Love that neighborhood. We got Buffalo Jay kind of celebrating with his little baby, rocking that Josh Allen jersey. That's good to see.
Nice.
I love that. We got Helen Tobias celebrating with some family. Hopefully that's not a bar. Hopefully that's just their basement. But I loved all the Bill swag they got rocking down there. We love to see it. This, like I said, this is the lot of us. It's not just Matt and I. So what we're looking forward to, I know you said something like a live stream. We're going to work on something like that. If we can't get together for an in-person playoff game, we will do a watch party on YouTube where we can get you guys in a chat while Matt and I watch the game. We'll experience all that together. But hopefully, fingers crossed, within the next 3 weeks, London can get out of Tier 4. Probably not, but
everyone come down. No one come down to a Tier 2. No one stay away from Tier 2. We want to stay in Tier 2.
We'll figure out a way to celebrate this as a community. So we'll figure something out. Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Enjoy this week, but I think McDermott probably already has them getting ready for the Patriots. So I think it's time to just get back to work. You know, the
Yeah.
celebration I think is over. It's time to get a few more wins, get that number 2 seed, secure 2 home playoff games if we can. It's time to get ready for it.
1 not done.
I'm
The
not done.
2, 3 words. Sorry, I'm doing maths again. 1 not done. 3 words. 3 most important words. Still celebrate because it's the Bills wrapped up the AFC East before Christmas, so yeah, get the Christmas period until the Sunday to actually celebrate the win, celebrate the accomplishments, celebrate the achievement, and all that. Celebrate by hitting the follow and the subscribe button
The share
on
button.
all channels, the share button as well. So at UK Bills, at RWBB_podcast, Buffalo Bills UK on Facebook and YouTube. And for Alex, this is Matt saying, our time is here. Good times are to come. Good morning. Thank you for joining us, and go Bills.
Merry Christmas. Go Bills.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.